Roughly 2,000 years ago today, a man and his pregnant fiancée entered the city of David called Bethlehem. Because of the number of travelers in the city, there is no room for the young mother-to-be. So the man leads his tired donkey that carries his very pregnant love to a stable hewn into the rock. And here, surrounded by domesticated animals, the pregnant woman lies down on the ground and delivers her firstborn child amidst the hay and the animal droppings. Once born, the child is lovingly wrapped in random strips of cloth to keep his body warm, and the new mother holds him close. She ponders the wonder of new life in her arms, and when her body demands rest, she hands the child over to her husband, who gently places the baby in the empty animal feeding trough he has made into a makeshift cradle. This new family and all of creation breathe a collective sigh of relief. For hundreds, thousands of years, humans have reached up toward God, grasping to touch the hand of the Creator, searching for purpose in their lives, seeking understanding about why things are the way they are, groping in vain to find God on their own terms. But all the reaching and grasping and searching and seeking and groping don't bring God 1 inch closer. All that the riches and wealth and excesses and power do is make God seem more and more remote, until the illusion of riches and wealth and excess and power one day take the place of God in this upside-down world. Idols take the place of the God of love, who will not be made into something created by human hands. The God of mercy will not allow creation to rule their Creator. And so after millennia of creation, reaching upward, God reaches down and offers creation his greatest gift, himself. The God of love does not come suddenly and appear and take charge. The God of mercy does not pop into creation and rule the world as powers of this world do. The God of power and might humbles himself and enters the world as a defenseless infant, vulnerable to disease and fully mortal as we are. The God of eternity, whom time has no control over, enters into creation in the body of a frail human being. 2,000 years ago today, God makes what appears to me to be the ultimate gamble. Instead of coming in a blazing trail of glory with an undefeatable army of angels at his beck and call, God comes to creation as a poor peasant child, living on the verge of starvation daily at the hands of the occupying Roman forces. God comes into a world where 2/3 of children born will not live to see puberty. God comes into a world where most people are treated like objects, like resources to be used up and thrown away, where the life of the poor was simply to benefit the rich and the powerful and nothing more. What was God thinking? Didn't God know what life was like for most people? Didn't God notice how much suffering and abuse the average person was subjected to? Didn't God know that for most people every day was filled with struggle, suffering, hunger, and ultimately death? But God came anyway. God came into our world and suffered, became suffering for us. God has proven the world wrong about power and riches, true power and riches, and we are saved because of it. Because of love that passes all understanding, God knows what an empty stomach and a stiff back feel like. what it feels like to be sick, to be lame, to be lonely, to suffer a broken heart, and to die. God also knows what the fire of love feels like deep within a human heart, what the warmth of friendship can do to heal an aching soul, how physically and emotionally satisfying a full stomach can be, how a simple smile can change a dreary day into a bright one, and how the touch of a hand lifts the spirits of even a dying body. So we gather to celebrate the coming of the light into the world, the anniversary of the miracle of God made flesh, of a tiny baby that clings to its mother for warmth today and brings our very salvation tomorrow. We celebrate the inconceivable love of God for his children, a love that is so great that God will not even spare himself to bring his message of love firsthand in the flesh. God's love for us knows no limits, no exceptions, and no expirations. And today, especially, when pure love takes on human flesh, God sends us